recently in a craft meetup, I made this cute little Irish gnome. So this is Felix, my lucky Irish gnome, sort of like Felix's. He's so cute. He peeks over my laptop at me as I work every day and makes me laugh. Welcome to Geraldine's Super Secret Author Vlog. So I'm going to be making some changes in this office. This Kanban board, it's really too big, and I realized that vertical wall space would be perfect for organizing all my yarn and unfinished yarn projects that are just tucked in all over the place. See, too many yarn projects, too much yarn. And so I'm ordered some organizers to organize my yarn and have my yarn projects that are unfinished in my face so that I'll be encouraged to finish them. And then I'll be moving this kitten picture that I made in 8th grade, probably down to there. And I'll be trimming down my Kanban board and putting it up over there. So I want to share briefly about the Wonder Wardrobe course. It's funny how the law of attraction works, because originally I saw the Wonder Wardrobe course and I wanted to take it. It's about minimalizing your closet, but not having it all be blacks, grays, and whites, right? It's about your style, your colors, your choices, but still making it minimal. And everything goes with everything else. It's like, I think it's pretty brilliant. And it's this course this stylist in Europe has up online. But of course I couldn't justify spending that kind of money. I ended up getting it for a deal for like $250, but I think it's normally like $300 or something. But anyway, I ended up starting a business with some friends, or we were looking into it, which I talked about in a previous video. And so as part of that business, we signed up to take the course together, we split the cost, and then we did the course, and then later we decided not to do the business. And it was interesting to me that it was okay that we didn't do the business, because I didn't feel 100% like that's what I was supposed to be doing. It felt more like a distraction, and yet it worked out so that I got to take the course and only pay for half of it, because I split it with the other team member, and she's, we're learning together. So anyway, that worked out really well. So I'm not sponsored by the course. I just wanted to share briefly about it. When I first learned about it, you can get this free ebook, and I noticed, like, she gives you sample capsule closets. So a capsule closet is that thing where you have like maybe 10 or 15 items, or maybe 20, and everything goes with everything else. So it creates like 45 outfits or something like that, like way more than even a month's worth. And so the way she has it set up is that, like, you can switch it out every season. You can figure out a different color scheme and like take the clothes you have and create your capsule closet for each season, which is really fun. And then also it helps you to organize your wardrobe and figure out what you really need and what you don't need. It was a really, really good course. I enjoyed it a lot. I was taking it while I was recovering from my foot surgery. But anyway, so in the fall, when I first discovered it, I got that free ebook. I saw that sample capsule closet that she had in there that was for the season of fall. So I actually immediately, I tried to emulate it with my clothes I had on hand, and I tried to copy as close as I could her color scheme, and it was very close, a little different because of the stuff I had. And so then I thought I would test out the whole idea. So last fall, I ended up starting it near the end of October, or like halfway through October or something like that, and went through till Thanksgiving. So it wasn't a whole season, but I got to test it out for probably 6 weeks or something. And also through this process, I was getting rid of clothes I didn't love. And so it left me the clothes I love, and there were some of those which I just hadn't worn very much because I forgot about them. And also in the course, one of the first things you do is learn color theory, and you also learn which colors actually look best for your skin tone and your hair and your eyes and all that. And I had done that way back in my 20s years ago. I had done a system like that, and we were determined that I was in autumn, so I was wearing fall colors a lot. But then I think this is an updated system. I discovered that I'm actually a spring. Her system is very similar to the old system we did, but it's a little slightly different. And one of the different things about it is that she was saying all seasons can wear all the neutrals, but there are some versions of neutrals that are a little bit warmer or a little bit cooler, so you have to watch that. But as a spring, I can wear bright colors, whereas an autumn person would wear more somber or muted colors generally. So anyway, it turns out I thought it was an autumn all these years. It turns out I'm a spring. And it makes a lot of sense. I've noticed even the way I've decorated my house has been, without even realizing it, has been in spring type warm colors. Anyway, so as I was trying it out before I even took the course, the first week I had fun putting everything together. The second week I had a little bit of like flash of boredom, like, oh, the same clothes again, you know, because we're used to having too many clothes, and then every day you got to figure out what you're going to put together. But the second week, so I felt a second of boredom of the same outfit, of the same items, but then I realized there were several combinations I had still never put together, and then that boredom never came back. I spent the whole rest of the 6 weeks putting together the outfits in ways I'd never done before, and everything went together. So that it was really fun, and I had confidence because I knew everything went together. And then by the end of it, and I stopped doing it, Mark Zuckerberg and Bill Gates and some of those are pretty smart when they choose to not expend their decision-making energy picking out outfits. And for women, it's a little different. We have a lot of pressure, you know, to look our best, and we like to express ourselves creatively and all that. But I realized when I was doing my capsule that it definitely took a whole lot of energy just to pull from this minimalist capsule closet instead of having to choose from all my stuff. And I liked it. It was easier. It freed up my decision-making energy. It like helped me out in my day. I didn't have to think about it too much. I could just grab whatever I felt like from that smaller capsule closet, and knowing everything went together. And of course I had layers. I'm in Colorado, so you never know when it's going to be 65 in January or like 50 degrees in June. So, you know, you kind of need all season clothes, and you need layers. And so I had, you know, I built that in, and I also built in several of my different styles, my own styles, because sometimes I like to dress historical and romantic, and sometimes I like to dress creative and artsy, and sometimes I'm more business casual or classic, you know. So I actually just instinctively built all that into that fall capsule wardrobe, and I loved it. It was just fun. It was so great. And then, like I said, when I stopped doing it, I felt a little lost, because all of a sudden I had to go back to all my clothes and figuring out what to wear. And I decided I much prefer doing the capsule closet system. And then after Thanksgiving, I was able to start the course. And so, like I said, the first part, you're learning color theory. I discovered I'm a spring, so I need warm colors, and I like bright colors. And then I discovered I can wear like bright white, which I never thought I could. And I can wear black because it's a neutral or navy and stuff, but lighter colors look better for me. And anyway, so I was learning what colors are warm and which shades are cool. And then you learn about your own personal style. She goes over 5 different kinds of style. And so I think most people are primarily 1 or 2. Like I said, I think my primary ones are creative, romantic, and casual. And the hippie boho stuff falls under casual, but I think of that more as romantic, actually. She calls it creative, which I've always called artsy, which is like mixing together patterns, you know, like I'm wearing different patterns today mixed together. And then there's casual, which can be very fashionable. I never thought of casual as being able to be super fashionable, but it can be. And then there's classic, and there's dramatic. And dramatic is interesting. It's more like femme fatale, you know, sexy, tight-fitting clothes. You know, once in a while I dip my toes into classic and dramatic, but mostly I'm creative, romantic, and casual. And that's really fun to like see all the samples and examples of that. And then you go through this whole process of going through all your clothes. And first, so I got rid of everything that was that wasn't warm. So first I got rid of everything that were cool colors. And when you do that, you create a cohesive wardrobe where automatically then everything in your closet will go together if they're all warm or they're all cool. And of course, you're doing it according to what looks best with your skin, that makes your eyes bright and makes your skin glow. This is a system developed in Hollywood when film became color, you know. And anyway, it's interesting. And so I really got strict and pretty much got rid of anything in my wardrobe that was a cool color, kept only the warm colors. And then she has you kind of divide them up by seasons. And I like the idea of every 3 months, every season switching out. And so then each season I'll come up with a new color scheme and then put together a capsule closet for that season, and then just wear those clothes for 3 months. And so I did that for winter. I kind of just I was in the middle of taking the course, so I kind of just threw together, I picked a general color scheme that was kind of wintry. It was mostly shades of blues and reds and whites, and then wore that all winter. And then March 1st, I just started my spring capsule closet, and I kind of did it wrong. I mean, you're supposed to work with your own clothes, but I happened to see a sample spring capsule closet for a spring type person like me, and the color scheme just inspired me so much, because it was different shades of yellow, and neon green were like the main shades, and then there was some like dusty rose pink, like this warm pink, and a little bit of blues. It's just something about how light and bright and cheery and happy it was that just inspired me. And I love neon colors. I love neon green. So I've ended up trying to emulate that. So I've been working through the winter to come up with try to copy that particular capsule plan that someone else put together as closely as I can. I didn't get my sewn pieces together, but I still plan to sew some stuff. But I've been doing some painting and different things. And then I realized I kind of had a hodgepodge of things. So I went back to the course. There were still a few lessons I hadn't taken about creating a visual guide, and she teaches you how to create this visual guide, and it's really useful, because then you can actually ahead of time put your different pieces together and see if this top works with all the pants, and if this bottom works with all the tops. And it really helps you to know ahead of time what works and what doesn't work. And I've been able to use that to pare down my spring wardrobe a bit, because even though I got rid of a lot of clothes, my friend and I found a dollar sale at a really good thrift store and bought a whole bunch of new things for like $1 each, like this tunic that I'm wearing. And so that was really fun. But now again, I kind of have too many things. I'm finishing up my visual guide, finishing up my spring capsule closet. I don't have all the pieces I wanted, which I'm hoping to sew. We'll see if we get to that within these 3 months. And anyway, it's just been really fun. And I really like working from my capsule closet and setting up a new color scheme and a new capsule wardrobe every season. It's enjoyable.
Okay, so when it comes to capsule closet, I have to talk for a moment about laundry. And van lifers know and practice this. And in the course, she taught us that you don't want to wash your clothes too often. It's not good for the clothes, and it's not good for the environment. And if you only have a few pieces in your capsule, you can't wash them too often. Or if you throw everything in the wash after wearing them once, you run out of outfits to wear. So with a capsule, I'm finding I'm hanging my clothes back up unless they're actually dirty or stained. I'm not washing them so often, which is more practical. Because like I said, if you throw everything into the dirty laundry after wearing them once, you'll very quickly run out of clothing items in your capsule to wear. So that's kind of funny.